In the world of Magic the Gathering, there is always another good deal. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to the channel and you've just found me in this nacho cheese universe of YouTube, thanks a lot for checking out my content and hanging out with me today on the channel. Looking forward to seeing your comments in the comment section. And of course, you're going to hit that subscribe button because it's free, didn't cost you anything, and supports the channel. So it's kind of amazing, right? You have those days where you see an amazing deal out there. You got to grab it. Money can be an issue though. Oh, you see another good deal. You want to grab it. Guys, there's always another good deal as far as I'm concerned. You just have to wait for the time when it's right for you to get that deal and where you are in your life and what you're after. The difference is, in Magic, deals do come up quite often. You just have to keep an eye out and stay focused on the things you're after. It's a deal or no deal situation at times when you see two amazing things come up. So let's go ahead, take a look at some great deals I've seen and some cards I would want to buy out of these deals. I'll give you the answers that I would give as the video goes on. Let's jump to it. So first off, let me tell you, this is in Canadian pricing. So if you are taking a look at this and saying, that seems really pricey, you got to take 30% off probably if you're in the US and 20 to 30% off if you're overseas. Now, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, it is, let's face it, it's the box to get. Everyone has FOMO for this thing. They want to get their hands on it. They want to be part of the chase to get the neon gold, right? They want to have it. I understand because I'm feeling the same way that they are. But on the other hand, I could spend the same amount of money and get a moderately played scrub land, a dual land, a reserve list card that has guaranteed value and is never coming back. But there's the crackability factor, the crack attack, which hits you when you get to open up sealed product like this. It's a very hard thing to go through. The logical side of me is telling me the only real clear choice is to go for the dual land. But guess what? Your brain doesn't always work that way. Sometimes the other half takes over and says, nah, we are going for the FOMO and we are getting that collector box. But when I look at these two and I've thought about it for a while, I have to remind myself to stay on target, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and grab myself some of the beauty that is a dual land because I need some for the patrons. Gotta have some. So that's where I'm headed with this one. I gotta say that's where I would go. Let's go ahead. We'll take a look at the next one here. And that is going to be, okay, you can either get Innistrad Midnight Hunt for $109.99 Canadian, or we can go ahead and get a Yavimaya Hollow, that beautiful reserve list land that regenerates creatures, for $87.85. Look at what we're talking about. It's a whole box of sealed product versus one individual card. And they're roughly a $20 difference, but they're roughly that same price. One is reserve list, one is not. But when I look at a deal like this, it's not guaranteed it's going to be Yavimaya because that sealed product I actually believe will have value later on. Okay? Where Yavimaya is going to sit there for a while and slowly edge up over time. The box will probably outpace it. So when I'm looking at these two particular products, it is a very tight race for me because I like sitting on sealed product for very long periods of time. You just set it and forget it. And I already have a couple of Yavimaya Hollows myself already. So I'm not in a real rush when I look at it. But there's always the fear of a buyout. Something coming along that will drive this card up and just get me later on that I regret buying it. But guess what? I'm going with either the Innistrad Midnight Hunt or the Crimson Vow in this case. Yeah, it's a few bucks more, but it's a sealed product that I think people will underappreciate until 6-7 years from now. When all this stuff of what's going on the last couple of years kind of mulls itself over and people realize there was great sets out there that they kind of didn't have time or didn't have the funds to get into, that they may try to go back and grab now. And I still think Yavimaya will be in reach, and since I already have a couple, it's not the end of the world for me. So that's where I'm going with that one. Now, when we take a look at our next one here, okay, we have Kaldheim Collector Box, $259.95 Canadian. We also have Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in Forgotten Realms for $249.99. I know, only $10 off. And we all know how much I love D&D, but I'm going to go, I would have to go and think about what's inside that Kaldheim box, right? We've got Vorinclex, the Praetor. Amazing card. Going to see value later. Going to see play. You got the modal flip lands and they're the harder to get ones. There is less of them per box, which means they are more difficult to get, and that will weigh on people later because there's only 4 in this set where there was 6 in the previous one, which is Zendikar Rising. There's only 4 to get in this one. I look at this and I say, the Viking theme was okay, but some of the cards held within here, like Tegrid's Lantern and stuff, has some real playability I enjoy, and I had a good time. D&D, though, has the flavor for me. It has amazing cards, and although I think they missed out on opportunities in Magic, when they merged these two together, they just missed out on some of those properties they should have focused on, like the Tarsarak. I gotta say, out of the two, and because I already have 8 of the Adventures in Forgotten Realms, I would go with Call Time probably in this case, just because the value will be a little bit higher, I think, later on than what D&D is going to be. D&D will get there, but it's going to take a very long time. Whereas I don't believe that for Call Time. It's going to take less time if they don't reprint some of those cards. It's going to drive the value of a collector box in this area. All right, now we're looking at the next one here, and we're saying this is a little more difficult. I get it. Do you want to get yourself 10 near mint, unlimited islands? 10 of them for $70, okay? $69.99 for 10 of them. Or do you want to go ahead and get yourself 2 Theros collector boosters for $70? Exact same price. What we got? We got Nature's Wrath. We got quite a few mythics in the set that are fairly decent. We got what's that one? The one black, one red casting cost guy, Korvac, whatever that guy is. He's pretty cool. Lose 3 life. You keep bringing them back. You can recycle these guys. There is some good cards inside Theros. We had Elspeth returned, man. Come on, she's come back from the dead. But I look at those and I say, look at those unlimited near mint lands. That has the bling factor that cannot be matched nowadays. For me, in this particular deal, there is no real competition. You have to say you're going with those unlimited lands. Those 2 packs, there's no way, unless you get a full art foil of some kind, you're going to match the value that you'll get in the future, and the playability of saying you have unlimited near mint lands inside of a deck, be it Commander or any format you're playing, and these things can go anywhere, and they're just beautiful to look at. And I've noticed the sales upticking in cards like this, which will drive that value further down the road. It's just something to consider, whereas collector boosters have a long way to go before they've proven themselves on the secondary market to double or triple in value. So I'm going for the sure thing. I'm taking those unlimited lands 10 days out of 10. All right, guys, our last one, and that is 4 packs of the Dark for around $1,000 versus 1 sealed box of Fallen Empires for $900. Deal or no deal type situation, right? When you look at those 4 packs, we're going to assume they're unsearched, okay? 4 packs that are unsearched. They're running about $250 Canadian each one, but a full box of the Dark, that's 60 packs. 8 cards in a pack, but 60 of them that you know are going to be unsearched and sealed, okay? Pretty amazing deal. Or you look over there and say, do I want 4 packs of the Dark? I mean, the Dark has a very small print run. 1/4 the print run the Fallen Empires did. 1/4. Which means all those cards are that much rarer to get in mint condition. But Fallen Empires, it's still open nowadays. There's still people cracking packs of this, which means there's a little bit less each and every day, and the numbers are dwindling because it still gets opened. So how much is really left between the two, where we know not a lot of people are opening up packs of the Dark anymore? They're kind of holding on to that stuff. They know the value. I mean, just look at how bad Arabian Nights is now. $4,000 or $5,000 a pack. It's getting crazy. So when I look at these two, and I say, which one would I take out of those two? I'm looking at saying, what would I do with it? Sealed box I can hold on for another 10 years and see where that craziness takes me. 4 packs I can hold on to and keep adding to my position in the Dark as I'm buying it pack by pack here and there. You know, I got plans for the channel. I got stuff I'd like to do for the patrons. Both of these would be very tempting to get and use as some kind of cool deal for my patrons on the channel. Both of them are awesome. I think both these deals are actually really good. I've mentioned some of this stuff on the channel before, and I just get drawn in thinking about what I would do. And after a hard, long look at this and talking over with myself and mulling over the pros and cons, I gotta say, I would probably go for packs of the Dark. There's just not that many left. They're getting a little bit slimmer each day. And because Fallen Empires is moving slower right now, it actually might drop a little bit further than this, which means I could pick up as a future deal down the road. So I would take no deal on this. I'm going to take the Pacts of the Dark. I'm going to wait for a better deal on that Fallen Empires box because I already have one. It would be nice to have another, but I can wait for it. So that's where I see things happening here, guys. Those are my deal or no deals right now. Yeah, I banged the mic. You guys know I banged that microphone right at the end. So what would you guys do? That's how I would choose those. That's how I'm looking at things. Best investment value, what I'm going to use the cards for, what I possibly might think of sealed product, and what I'm going to do with it. Some of them I want to play with in decks. Some I want to hold on to for investments. Guys, I'd like to know what you guys think out there. Thanks a lot for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed this little deal or no deal session. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Cheers. And of course, a big shout out goes out to all the fantastic patrons on my channel who support each and every day. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope everyone's having an awesome day out there and staying safe. Magic rocks. Don't forget to bring a friend to Magic. Well. Put a snow-covered swamp in the old 10K box. Let that one sit there. Let your minds mull over the possibilities. And I hope you guys continue to have an awesome day today because we deserve it, man. We got some nice weather here in Canada. I can't wait to get outside. Guys, enjoy the day.